Alright, and I'm back with another review for you guys, and this time we got the Jada Toys Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers, and Bison. I don't know much about the guy, because I don't know much about Street Fighter, like I said, my previous video, but, he looks super cool, and I've heard nothing but good things about him. He has some cool features, and he just looks good in general, but, let's just get into him. But, he's got little stats and stuff. I mean, not really stats, but, you know, he got that stuff on the side. He doesn't really tell you much about him. That same image, I think it was on the other box too for Dawson. And then you got this cool little image on the back. These boxes are pretty cool though, I will say. But yeah, let's go ahead and run them through the new rating system. If you didn't see my previous video, I have a new rating system that I made up that is an acronym with my name, but I'm calling it the IDEF rating system. Shout out to 5 Points of Articulation because he heavily inspired it. But yeah, here we go. The IDEF rating system stands for: is the figure in good shape? Does the figure function as intended? Everything that's included with the figure, plus scaling, and then just my final thoughts. Usually a little pose at the end when I'm talking about it too, unless I forget. And here he is out of package. And, you know, let's just get into it, see if he's in good shape. And, you know, like you guys know, I tell you every time, I've already kind of messed with him, and I can't really find much amiss. Although I will say, kind of in the same place where Dawson had a little bit of smudginess on the paint, he almost has a little issue, but it's not really, it's not big enough to complain about, honestly. If these were like $40 or more, maybe it would be an issue, but it's really just, I can't complain about it. I don't know, that looks like it's kind of a little paint, but again, it's not that big of an issue, and I'm sure most of these don't have that. I haven't seen anyone really complain about stuff like that, so I wouldn't, just take that with a grain of salt. Know that most of these I don't think have little issues like that for the most part. But again, they're also only $25, so. But yeah. I think he might get a little more head articulation, at least looking up, than Dawson does. Could look down pretty good. And then their necks work so good. But yeah. Also, doesn't look like he has a lot of paint, but the paint is pretty good for the most part too. Like, there's just not much to complain about. And then, as you can see, also he's got a wire cape, which this is my first figure, at least the first one I have that I've messed with that has a wire cape. It's actually got enough weight that it, like, that's funny. The cape on it actually has enough weight that it is making him want to fall backwards. Which is kind of cool in a way. They just, you know, they just get enough metal and whatever. But, yeah. That's wired all the way around here. So you can do quite a bit with that. And then it's not wired in the middle, which I think was a smart move on their part. But that's pretty fucking cool. And then these also move too. So you can, you know, move his arms around, do stuff with that. Then, he gets a pretty good arm raise. It might actually go a little bit higher. I'm not sure. I don't want to push it and mess with these because they seem decently durable, but I wouldn't push these too hard. We'll get into that more with accessories, but yeah. He's so cool, dude. But yeah, he's got bicep, and his arms go back and forth, and that moves with it. Like, this is pretty well designed. He's got a pretty good bend, despite the way they're not super pronounced, but a lot of figures with like cufflinks or anything like that, like gauntlets, it'll get in the way a lot of the time. Jada Toys just, they're doing, like, I don't know, man. I don't know who owns that company or who's designing these figures, but they're doing a damn good job. He's not a massive figure, but he's a bit of a big boy. You'll see when I scale him with Dawson, but he's got pretty good bend. And then side to side. I don't think he necessarily, I've told you guys before, I don't know much about Street Fighter, but I don't think he necessarily needs to have a bunch of articulation. Like, I don't think this guy's a super technical fighter, but I don't know. I probably have to watch more about it, but that's just a straight kick. That's like a perfect 45 degree. Like, that's impressive to me. With a figure like this, for the price, everything, like, he's just such a good figure, dude. And oh my god, would you look at that? Would you look at that? A near perfect split. Thigh swivel. And then a ridiculously good bend. And then probably one of the only things I'm going to complain about with this figure. These go back plenty far enough. And this is soft, don't get me wrong. But I do think they're really good at designing, so maybe I'm wrong. And they just couldn't find a better way around this. I wish they would have found a better way to let the ankle work. Because this, I feel like, will come off eventually or something. I don't know. Oh, and it pivots too. That's not impeded at all. But just going forward, not the best. But yeah, dude. He's got pretty good articulation. Let me see one thing. I'm so sorry. I know it's not important, but I just wanted to see if you could do that. You can't go too much further with it, but the cape is just heavy enough to offset the weight so you can, like, he's not, it's not Michael Jackson level, but like, I don't know, I couldn't help myself. But, yeah, I would definitely say the figure functioned as intended. Like, they did pretty, what bad can I say about it? But, yeah, let's, get into everything that comes with him. Alright, and for everything that's included with him, he comes with just kind of a little angry head, which, that's cool. He comes with another set of shoulder pads, so like if you don't want to pose him with the cape on, these shoulder pads right here, they actually pop off. I don't know if I want to do it on camera or not, but I will say be careful when you're putting them back on, because they do feel pretty sturdy, but you have to put a decent amount of pressure on there to get it to click back here. Once these are on, they are pretty secure. They kept popping off, and I thought it was a piece of crap, low-key. It's just because I hadn't put them on fully, but they stay on pretty well, actually. It comes with this little punch effect. I think he uses, like, Psycho Power or something. So I'm assuming that has something to do with that, and then, just slips right over his hand. Perfect little friction fit. Just a calm little fit. And then he's got kind of just little action grabby hands. I don't know, actually these could be like a fist palm strike or something. I'm not really sure. Maybe like tiger claw strike, like yeah, I said the same in Dawson. I don't know. They're cool hands. I didn't notice that. These seem pretty specific though. That's cool. But yeah, good accessories, good articulation. He looks good. Let's get some scaling with Dawson. I almost forgot to mention, he also comes with instructions for how to remove his pads and stuff, if you want to pause to read this. But yeah, I mean, I like the fact that it even just came with instructions for that. I mean, I don't know, there's a lot of brands, I'm not even gonna throw them out. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna say Marvel Legends often, like, for anything that's not just basic stuff like the hands and stuff, they don't really tell you what to do with stuff or how to use it. I don't know, just an observation. And yeah, honestly, they look really good together, and to my knowledge, I think the scaling is pretty good. I'm not 100% sure though. I should have researched that just so I could let you guys know. I think they look fine together though, because I don't think Dawson is necessarily supposed to be a huge guy, but Ben Bison's a big boy. But yeah, good scaling. I don't think I really need to scale him with anyone else right now. I don't have any other Street Fighter characters, and I don't really have any, like, dedicated fighter characters, I guess. So I don't know. I think that's good for scale for now. We'll probably get some more Street Fighter characters eventually. But yeah, there's really just not much bad you can say about this dude. Like, he's awesome. Like, it makes me want to get into Street Fighter just so I can learn more lore. Like, I know this dude's not a good guy, but he's such a cool figure. And I don't really know if this is a good portrayal of him or not. Like, I don't know. I've heard nothing but good things about Jada Toys. And I was skeptical about them at first, especially I got my Chester Cheetah, and like, he's all right, but he's not, he's not the best figure for posing whatever. This dude, just like Dawson, they're both just amazing figures in my opinion. Again, I have to highly recommend them, especially for their price. If they start jumping price, that's when it's going to get dicey, and you're going to be like, well, I don't know. Like, if you start getting them at $35, there's that size figure start at $35. And when you start to get to that point, that's where it's like, I don't know. I kind of draw my line. That's where I probably stop collecting Jada Toys personally. But, I don't know. I really like them. And for the price point, I think they're an amazing value. And I just can't say enough about them. The cape's fun to play with. Just awesome. Hell yeah, dude. And Bison. What else can I say? What else do you want me to say about him? He's dope. And I didn't even mention it last time. I think all their figures are pinless too. So pinless, my bad. But that's dope too. But I think that'll be it.